There are just a million things I can think of through my whole life that I've done to grow more like Christ. And there is nothing that I've ever done that has grown me more spiritually than becoming a foster parent. My husband and I first felt led to become foster parents, 49% because of Francis Chan and 51% because of Jesus. We had been listening to his podcasts, and he talked a lot about foster care and that it wasn't about your heart or how you felt or whether you thought you could do it or whether you ever thought you could say goodbye to the kids, that if you were hung up on those sorts of things that you kind of didn't understand what it was all about, that it wasn't about your feelings. We just kind of made a phone call, asked about how do we become a foster parent, and we started filling out paperwork. We took classes, and we just kept moving forward because we knew God had called us to do it. So we just kept taking the next step and the next step of the home study and the classes. And 6 months later, it actually was a really dragged out process. We finally got a call for the very first kid to come to our home. A lot of times people ask us, well, what about your kids? Isn't this hard on your kids? And before we ever took the first foster child into our home, we sat down with our kids and we talked to them about what all it was going to mean, what all it was going to cost. We told them these kids don't need foster parents, they need a foster family. And so my sons are foster brothers and my daughter is a foster sister. And she's the baby of the family. So until we became a foster family 3.5 years ago, we would have never known what a wonderful big sister she is. I was just talking to a friend yesterday about how frustrating it is sometimes when people express, oh, I could never do that, or oh, you're such a saint, or oh gosh, you're just angels sent into the situation, or whatever. And my life is so regular. I have a full-time job. My husband has a full-time job. I've got 3 kids. We're a very regular family with just regular, ordinary schedules. And there's not anything particularly special about our family other than that we said yes. A lot of times I talk to people and I feel like they've already made a decision why they couldn't foster. Maybe they're single, or maybe they're older and their kids are moved out, or maybe they have little kids, or maybe they already have a lot of kids, or maybe they don't have any kids, or maybe they're not good with kids, or maybe they don't like babies, or maybe they're afraid of teenagers. The need is so broad, and that really anyone in any situation in life could probably make a tremendous difference in the life of a kid in crisis. Every time I look around me, it seems the more cases that we're a part of, the more I see hurting and broken people all around me. But in every case, I also see God working and moving. And it's awesome to get to live in that space in between the messy, hurting lives and God's tremendous love for these people, and to get to be in the middle of these stories.